What is going on, everybody? This is XFactor Gaming, and I am here with another tutorial of sorts. Now we're going to learn together, but in this tutorial we're going to be making John Morrison for Chikara Action Arcade Wrestling. Now what I need to do is I'm going to open up that John Morrison texture I was practicing on just a minute ago. Let's see if we can find it. Is that it? Yes, that's the one. Okay, good. So you take a bit of the guy's face, and I will try and see if I can find where I got these from and actually link it in the description if I can. I'm not going to promise anything though. Although, now that we have it the way we want it, and I will put these templates down. I will actually show you how to. I'm going to show you real quick how to extract these templates so nobody's asking me to upload them. Okay, you see where you're in appearance, where it says overlay texture, you just hit save UV map, and that'll be it. Save it as whatever you want, and you've got the same template that I'm using. But in Photoshop, what you want to do is create another layer under the wireframe layer and fill it with black. That way you can see it. But once you're done, you just hide the wireframe layer, I can talk, and the black layer. Anyway, now on with the show. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this layer under the wireframe layer. That way we can actually line it up properly. Now since he's got a beard, I want to do this. I want to make sure it kind of sizes up properly. And I'm going to erase everything outside of it. The one thing I don't know how to do as of yet is hair, but I think I might be able to figure that out with you guys with me here. Alright, so we've got this. I'm going to go ahead and save after everything I do. So, I'm going to go ahead and save as we work. That way you can go back and edit whatever you need to. Okay, and now I'm going to switch it back over to Chikara Action Arcade for a bit so I can properly show you what we're working with here. Oops. Just give me 1 minute here to find it. Well, I can't find it, so I don't know. Let me try something here. Okay, let's put that back up. Maybe OBS will recognize it if the window's up in the background or something. Ah, there it is. Lovely. Now, we're back to where we started again. To import, you just hit browse. You go to where we saved our John Morrison face to, right there, and you should see it change. That's pretty well lined up, but I'm kind of wanting it lighter, so we're going to do that. I'm going to lighten the skin just a little. About right in here, and give it some contrast, resave it. And those numbers 42 and 20, remember those. You're going to need those for the skin a bit later. Now, in case I didn't introduce what we're doing properly, we are actually going to go step by step on how to make a fully textured creator wrestler here. And that'll work for the face. That's about what he looks like, actually. But now let's move on to the next portion. I'm going to go back and turn the layers back on. The ones that we got rid of for a minute. And I'm going to scroll over here. This is your main part right here. This is the bread and butter, the body. Anyway, go back over here. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to take the this layer that we're taking, the chest, goes on the outs. I believe that goes on the left side. I'm not real sure. So that's how I did it on my CM Punk con. It worked fine. So I'm going to drag this up to the corner so we can see how to properly line it up. You want to put the skin about right there, since you know we're not going to need the tights part of that, which is right in here. Oh, I forgot to switch back again, didn't I? Yep. See if I can find it again. Okay, so to quickly recap what I was trying to say before I realized that I messed up. What you want to do is you want to put the stomach right in here. Since we're not going to need the tights layer for this, I don't believe. We might. Actually, yeah, I think I'm going to do it that way. So what we'll do is I'm going to bring this up so that it doesn't intervene with that tights layer. And then we're going to do it like this. Then erase, just so there's no extra stuff on the outside there. Kind of a clean, give it a clean look because you don't want anything interfering with any other parts of the body that you might have. Now, if I didn't mention this, you can get this application and you can get the application on Steam for free, but you're going to need the game to use it. And Chikara Action Arcade Wrestling will cost you $15 on Steam. Just so everybody knows this. Okay, so we're going to hide those layers again. Resave. Oh, black. Get rid of the black because we don't need it. And then I'm going to go ahead and... What was it? 4220 I said? Yep, looks about right. Let's see if we've done this correctly. And now I'm going to switch back over to AEW. We're going to switch back over to the Wrestling Factory or whatever it is, Wrestlefactory, and we'll see if we've done this correctly. Now, we've added something to it. Let's see how it looks. Bingo! That looks just fine, I think. Might want to bring the stomach up a little bit, but it looks alright. What I'm actually thinking I'm going to do, though, I'm going to resize the texture for the body just a little. So I think it's a little too big. I'm going to scroll down here. And let's see what that does. It's just experimentation until you get the right sizing that you actually want. It's not like, say, raw modding where everything has to be perfectly lined up or the stuff will be out of place. But anyway, I didn't show that because all I was doing was resizing. Anyway, let's see the John Morrison call from what we have going on now. And I still need to bring it up a little bit more. I think that was the problem with when I was practicing earlier and didn't get the punk stuff right. Alright, let's bring this up just a little bit more. I think we might have it here. I'm going to go ahead and do my next portion of it, though, and put the pants on just a test. Just as a quick test. I'm going to take half the pants here. Put the layers back. Yeah, I think I might have gotten too much. Let's see what the pants have to say before we do anything. So, I'm going to go do this. Save it back as John Morrison call once again. And switch back over to AEW. And then let's see what we've got. It's a little too less. We still need to do some work, so I'm going to switch OBS over to Photoshop again so you can keep up. And what I want to do now is bring back the original layers. I'm going to bring it back to about here, up here. I think you might want to do the chest parts like on each side, and then erase as needed. I don't like having anything hanging on the outside. I guess I'm a little OCD when it comes to this. And only this, really, but I'm still pretty much new to this, so forgive me if I keep screwing it up. I'm new. Anyway, that said. Back to AEW we go. No. Actually, no, I I didn't mean to hit save UV map there. I meant to hit browse instead. Anyway, let's take this and see what we've got with it. And it's a little too high up again. So I'm going to bring it up just a few inches, I believe. Although, to be fair, I can get away with this, but I don't want to. So, I'm going to bring it up just, like I said, a few inches. Right here. And again, I'm not going to show this just because I'm just altering it. You'll see it as it happens in-game. Or in the app, I should say. A little more. And this, yeah, we need to do a little more on each end here. A little more, about right there. You know, what I like about all this is that you can actually switch from app to back to Photoshop to see what's going on if you mess up somewhere like I have. So where is it? There we go. Okay, that will do. That will do perfectly, I think. No need to go any further. So now, I'm going to switch this back to Photoshop here. And we're going to go to the next step. Hang on just 1 second here. Now, we're not going to do the moveset. I'll do that later when I feel like uploading it, but I will show you the moveset creator, although I'm not going to assign actual moves. That makes sense. Okay, anyway, back to what we were doing here. This is where the pants part's going to go from now on, here on out. Then we're going to use the legs for the bottom halves of the pants. I say halves because there's two of those. And what we'll do here is I'm going to bring this to the very edge of each side. And I'm going to start putting the logos on now. Like these side logos right here. There's a buttload of these Morrison logos that you need to deal with. So, yeah. Actually, those could do without, I think, because I've already pretty much got them. So I'm going to move on to the legs now. This is going to be tricky. What you want to do is I'm going to half these. Legs are right down here, by the way. I actually had trouble finding these earlier when I was working with this. But now that I know where the heck they are, I think I'll just put a layer of black right there on the top half there. I'm going to put this right here. And copy paste it over once I get all the excess black out. Actually, in this case, you might want to leave the excess black. It's part of the trunks. Copy paste this over. It's not going to touch or anything, so it's alright. Then you're going to take the bottom half here. Put that on each bottom end. Alright, so we've got that. And I'm going to take it and put it on the other side. Now, I don't know what we're going to do with these other ends right here, because I think these are arms, actually. I think I'll just put black on these ends, but right now let's save it and see if it gives us what we want. So if it gives what we want, we can move on. Anyway, we're going to move back to Wrestlefactory app here. Dang it. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and do browse again, and let's see what we've got going. That actually didn't turn out too bad, I don't think. Actually, it kind of did. I could use more black right there instead of the side. I think this might be a little tougher to make than I think, though. But okay, so let's see what we've got to do here. What I think we're going to do is I'm just going to put... I'll actually put the pockets in this area and put some skin over here. So what I'll actually do is I'll just put some regular old black there. Wait a minute. The pockets should actually be going in back right here. Anyway. Back here we go. I'm going to merge these two layers, and we're going to... Actually, what we'll do is I'll just use black for the second half because I don't know what else to do. Let's do that now. And then just to extend it over, we're going to just take the clone stamper and do whatever we can to make sure this covers all bases. I'm going to clean up just a little bit. Clone stamp again. So, if you want to support the devs and buy this game, like I said, you can find it on Steam for $14.99. And of course, the application that goes along with it to create your wrestlers is absolutely free. It's free. Free. I don't cover PC games that much, but this, I told myself that as soon as I saw some Tony Pizza Guy play this, I was like, I want to cover this. So that's why we're here doing it. Let's clean up just a little. And I say, dude inspired me to play the game, so I'm going to do it. Okay, so we're going to put some black on the tights area too, over here. Maybe this will help me out. I'm actually going to extend it out a little bit here. See what happens when I do this. It should, in theory, work. But I'm, of course, going to have to erase some of it, just so it doesn't go outside the boundaries of what I'm trying to do. That's not what I want or need. Okay, there we go. Wireframe off. Let's take a look at what it looks like in the game. Just as soon as I get it saved. I've already got the hair made, so I won't show that. Anyway. Back to here we go. That looks much better, I think. All I gotta do is put some boots on it and we're good to go. Aside from, of course, doing the... doing the, what do you call it? The arms. Blanked out for a second there. Okay, we don't need that. I need feet. Right boot, and we're going to make that black with the rest of it. And I got to do the hair, too, on top of that, so... Now remember that you have to add the new boots every time you do the boots. So you have to add the boots separately is what I'm trying to say. Anyway, we have the main gear ready. I think that's as good as I'm going to be able to do with it. So now I'm going to switch back to Photoshop and finish the editing job. Meet you there in a few minutes, or a few seconds, actually. Now, I'm going to put the wireframes back. I'm heading over here to the arms, and then we're going to do the hands and all that good stuff. Now, for the arms, it should be rather simple. What you want to do is take this for the top half. Scroll up. Excuse me there. Actually, we're going to do this a little bit differently than what I would normally do. Okay, so what we're doing now, we're going to take this, and bring it over here. Okay, so all that settled. You can take this whole chunk right here and extend it across both arms, because that's what I'm going to do. But first, before you do that, before you screw up anything more than I already have, there, take your clone stamper, you're going to do just that. Now this is going to look like one giant mess right now, but we're about to fix that. Because you don't want it crossing over into any of the other wireframe parts, obviously, but I'm actually going to clean up just a little bit like I usually do. You don't necessarily need to have them connected. Just make sure that you have them in the wireframed areas. All these textures we're using. I don't know if they can extend out of the wireframe area. It's just the way I like to do it, to have it cleaner. And now, we merge, let's see, layers 9 and 10. Will be our example layers here. Now I'm going to move these down. Take that little black gap out of there. And then we're going to clone stamp again. I'll say this now, guys. If you don't want, once we're in game, if you don't want me to, if you don't want to see the actual making of Morrison here, I will send you a time. I'll put a time code in the description to where I actually start playing the game, so you can see what it's like. But I just wanted to show you guys this because I thought it was really cool. Anyways, over here, I'm going to take this little area right here, copy it over because I don't really want it. Actually, I've already done it. So, I'm going to take the black part off and see that we have everything we need covered. But what I'd like to do now is clean up a little bit on the edges, on the rough edges, so to speak, right here. And then let's see. I don't know if up there could use a little bit. I'm going to show you guys, once we get back to the game, I will show you guys how to do the hair. Because, like, this is different from the WWE games. I will tell you that right now. Obviously. Anyways. We have everything we need now, I believe. I'm gonna switch this back to AAW and the Wrestlefactory, and we'll end up meeting again here in just a few moments. And we're back. Now, hit return to list, and I'm gonna go ahead and add the hair just to show you how to do it. Add hair. Normal long hair is what we want, and that actually works, you see. Now, back to appearance, and I'm going to update the model here to show the arms and all that good stuff. I think this ended up pretty good, though. Let me know what you guys think below. I could have done better on that left arm, but oh well. Have I done the back yet? Nope. We got to do the back, guys. I knew I'd forgotten something. Alright, the back is going to be the final thing we will do, thankfully. Because I completely neglected it. Oops. Anyway, I'm going to take this back part right here. And I'm going to actually do, I've got it halved. The texture I was using had it halved. So what we'll do is we'll just do that. We'll half it. Mirror it, I mean. Mirror, half, same darn thing. I don't want it to go out all the way. Only for the reasoning that I don't want it touching the tights. And we again are going to erase what we don't need very carefully, of course. We can always take the clone stamp and fill in what we need to. Oh, on the arms, I didn't even adjust them to match the rest of the body. Jeez, I can't believe I forgot to do that. Oh well, we can do that next. And the final touch-up is when we will do the colorizations for everything that we need to do. Anyway, merge these. What was it, 2042, I think? Or 4220? Let's try both. 4220. I can always reverse them later if they're not right. So layer 10 and layer 10, copy, merge. Then layer 9 and layer 9. There is no layer 9. I think I've already done that layer, but anyway. Oh, right. I forgot to switch it back to Photoshop again. I hate OBS for that reason, but anyway. What we were about to do is just adjust the contrast here. Brightness and contrast on this part. And then we go down here to layer 10, copy, 4220 there. I can just adjust it as I need to on everything, so it doesn't really matter if I got it wrong or not. I can adjust as needed, and this is just an example anyway, so yeah. Let's see here. Save as. I wonder if you can use a DDS or if it has to be a PNG. I might try that off camera and let you guys know. I would use a well, frick. I forgot to turn off all the black and the wireframe layers. Again, I did this when I was practicing earlier, and you know what? I'm going to show you guys what it looks like with everything on. Let's go back. I will meet you guys back where we need to be in a matter of moments. And so we are now back in the Wrestlefactory. I want to show you guys what it looks like with the wireframes and all that on. Something like this. And it doesn't look that bad. It's just, yeah, you don't want the wireframes on. So we're going to resave that. I'm going to go ahead and adjust Morrison's face here to where it matches the rest. 42, 20. And I've also got to show you how to import hair, although it doesn't really matter on here because I really haven't gotten it to work yet. But anyway, now that we've adjusted everything and I've showed you what it looks like when you don't save it properly, let's switch back again. Actually, we're already back where we need to be, so I'm going to go ahead and swap it out here. And you'll see that it actually does look pretty good. Aside from, you know, that left arm, but right arm doesn't look that great either, but we can fix that. Let's head back to Photoshop and just do some last minute touch-ups and then add the hands and we'll be good to go. To be honest, it looks more like AJ Styles, but you know, Again, this is just an example of what you can do. Let's find the arms and let's fix them. Right over here. You know what? I'm not really happy with those arms anyway, so let's get rid of them. And we're going to go ahead and turn the wireframes back on. And I'm actually going to use arms from another John Morrison model that I have. And just match them up to everything else. It's not that hard. Because those were kind of chopped up and almost unusable. So, wait a minute. Did I already have another Morrison open somewhere that yeah, those. Let's see if I can find the arms. No, that looks like entrance attire though. So, we're not going to use that. Okay, so John Morrison. Let's see here. What can we use? The SVR08s may work. Yeah, those are perfect, actually. Actually, I think I might switch the attire to the 08s too. I kind of like that. Anyway, with that said, we can now place the entire arms right in this area right here. Make sure you extend them to where they're correct though. You just want them right here. I'm not touching really anything else that's important. Okay, so we've got that right. Now that it's all proper, if you will. If you will. My terrible Dusty Rhodes imitation. He would probably be ashamed of if he were here to hear it. Anyway, that said. I'm going to go ahead and line this up a little. Now you don't want to make the mistake I did earlier of merging everything, then extending it across two different sections of wiring. That didn't look right, you see. And remember, we're not going to save yet because we still have to make sure everything matches up. Obviously, but so what we'll do here, I'm going to take the bottom half of the arm now, right here. Actually, what I could get away with doing is just copying this arm over to both sides. Copying one arm each over to both ends, and then that'll do that. Perfect. Now we do it over here. And again, I'm going to have to edit the coloring, but we'll do that just a bit here. Image, 4220 on those. Then like I said earlier, I am actually going to change the attire, so we'll have to redo that. Not a big deal. Click up here, adjust up here. Now, what you probably might want to do, what you really want to do when you're doing this, is you want to actually write down the numbers that you're using for the brightness and contrast feature if you're using textures from previous games. Anyways, that being said, now, we're going to go delete all the tire stuff because we're redoing it. No, not that. Dang it. Anyway, the layer 7. You're going to go up here and do that to this layer right here too. Sheesh. Layer 1 stays. It's layer 8 that goes. And now down here. Down here. And we will do the hands in a bit. I want to go ahead and adjust the actual attire here first, because I found something better to use. Right here is going to be the easiest way to do this. Just put these on the back sides. Put this where the back is, which is right over here. Where the heck did the back go? Dang it. Now I've got to do that too. Anyway, that said, we have that in. Now I'm going to use the SVR08 back as well. Nah, keep the WB12 one. That was easy to use anyway. Okay, so we're going to put this inside of here, as we wanted to do before. Yep. Anyway, we're going to bring this down to where the pants is. And then resize that. We can always, delete what we don't need a little bit later. Okay, so what we do now is we're going to erase everything not needed as usual. Now you'll do this in almost every call you use if there's almost every call you make, I should say, if there's textures that are reused, like if they're overlapping the wireframe. That's what I'm trying to say. Now, let's see, where did I put? There it is. Okay, so before we ever adjust, I want to go ahead and make sure that everything is where it needs to be. Okay, that will work. Now, flip it, as in transform, then go to flip horizontal, like you would with a tire in this case. I'm gonna just, clean up a little bit like I like usual here now. And we've got it. We can merge these two layers and color it the way we need it. And now we're going to finish off the attire. This should be fun. I mean that. We can get rid of the WB12 attire now too to make it easier to find what we're actually wanting to do. Anyway, we're going to take this and I'm going to put this down here on the legs. Actually, not. Yeah. We'll do that on the legs, and then the main part up there. Then, of course, you got to delete anything you're not going to use. So, just to make it fit the area here. I would actually take my brush out. I forgot I had it up that high. I don't really need it to blend in either. Although blending in would help, so let's do it that way. Bring it up just a little bit more, right about there. And I'm obviously going to need to keep cleaning up some of these logos because they do extend a little too much. This is the thing, this is the drawback to using actual textures, is that you're going to have to constantly clean up and make sure that they fit properly. Like these don't, so I've got to constantly do this. Anyway, let's go ahead and put this on the other end. And I'm going to do this 4 straight times because we need to. Move that up a little. Now, I would rather not be asked right off the bat if I'm going to do CM Punk, because right now the answer is no. I tried earlier in practice and I could not get the attire right. So, as of right now, the answer to will I be doing CM Punk anytime soon? No. They do have a, I'm going to show you this in game, but they do have a way to download your own cause. Kind of like, you know, CC and WWE 2K games. I will show you all that once we get into the game. Anyway, now that we almost have this. So, up here, yeah, this is going to be the tricky part. Just take half of this. Actually, what I think I'd rather do is just use white up there. And just eliminate the skin part. But we can do that. However, I'm going to have to use the logo right here. So, there's that. We will need to do that. And I'm going to go ahead and make sure that that's in the right spot, which is going to be right over. Actually, this needs to be right here. So yeah, it's in the right place. And the others, I'm just going to use white, I think is what we'll do. This is which was the original idea that I was going to use for the whole area over here, but this is just going to make it a whole lot easier on me to do it this way. And that's what you want. You want to make it as easy as you can get it. Make it easy like Sunday morning, as the saying goes. Let's see. Where's that? Oh, great. Okay, so this is 13. It's going to go above 9 here. Okay, so 12 right here. Yeah, it's 12 actually. 13 goes below 12. So that the logo can show for 12. And we're going to actually move that logo up a little. Honest to goodness, though, I think it'd go better over here. Then I'll just erase what I don't need up here. So it blends in better. And then we'll move it over to the other end too. Let's see if this looks any better than what we had going on with the black attire, guys. So if it does, this is what we'll be using. Anyway, always remember to turn off your wireframes. Obviously, that's... Okay, that worked. And then that works. Good. Okay, so now we can take off the black. And save it again. And we have that. And now, for the last time, I'm going to meet you guys over in the Wrestlefactory. And we're going to put our Morrison in there. That turned out a little bit better, I think. However, I think that I can move the little side things over, just remove them all together. I think I'm going to remove them all together. Doesn't look right like that. Then we'll resave everything. Give me 1 sec to remove. And I'll show, not that. And then we'll show the final product. Like I said, I don't think this works. We're going to extend this to cover these spaces. Then I'm going to put a little extra layer right in where the pockets are. But not exactly on them, if you know what I'm saying. Gotta put it right in here. And make sure it covers. Oh wait, we haven't quite finished yet. We haven't done the hands. So let's bring that back. And I see that there is some of the white tights layers on the hands. We can eliminate that easily. Okay, so now the hands. Back to the SVR08s here, and we're going to use these and just brighten them up as we see fit. And that will be it for... And that thankfully will be all for the creation part of this. I wanted to... Basically, the idea was to give you guys a really good overview of the creation suite. So if you want to buy the game, you can easily get it. And I wanted to show off the creation suite for the most part. And just a little disclaimer, I was not asked by the Chikara or the people that made this game to actually advertise it. I just wanted to show you guys the game and how cool this is going to be. Of course, I think there are more obviously there's going to be more musical creation options when you get into the game, but still, this is going to be pretty cool, I think. Now, I can't really say who I'm going to be making at one point. It's just a matter of who I feel like making on what particular day. Anyway, that's it. We have all of our textures. Yay! Now, finally, let's see. Help me out, guys. Was it 4024? 4220, that's what it was. 42 brightness, 20 contrast, and you do that one last time. Now, one downside is I wish you could have multiple tires, but I don't believe you can yet. So I don't know how long this came out, though, but I'm sure they're still working on it. Anyway, with that being said, we're going to hook up our Xbox 360 controller. And I'm going to actually fire this thing up for you as soon as we get everything ready in the creation suite here. Or the Wrestlefactory. My bad. Come on, 360 controller. Hook up. Thank you. Anyway, we have this saved. And now for the final time, I'm going to switch back to the... Well, we were at the Wrestlefactory the entire time. I forgot to switch the screen, so... Let's go back to the... Let's one last time import this stuff. And we see that actually looks pretty decent. It's just the logos on the tights are a little weird, but I'll fix that in post later. Hey, I actually got the pockets proper. Awesome. Now, I just want to fix one more thing, though. So we're going to go back over and do some last minute fixing. So what we're looking to fix is this right here. We want to get this. We want that to be all white because he doesn't have those logos on the back. And this is going to be pretty easy to pull off, I might say. So what we do is I'm going to go ahead and turn on at least the wireframe layer. I'll just go ahead and turn on everything so we can see where to extend it to. And there you have it. But you see that we have about half of it that we still need to account for. And this is where your friend, the clone stamp tool, comes in. Now, as a conversation piece, with the WrestleMania Wrestling coming up pretty soon, how much y'all want to bet Morrison's going to have to be removed because he re-signed with WWE? It's supposed to be Johnny Retro in that. But I bet you anything WWE is going to say, nope. Since he's back with us, you're going to have to remove him. Or they will if they haven't already. Anyway, I believe we fixed what needs to be... No. Actually, I take that back. No, we haven't. I want to redo this part right here. So I don't think it looks good. So what we'll do... I'm going to add this white layer right here. Then obviously you're going to have to get rid of the feet part. Actually, no. You don't have to, but I'm going to anyway. Because it makes it look less like that. Anyway. Bring this upwards a little bit here. And then again, we see that we must meet our friend, Mr. Clone Stamp Tool. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm just going to kind of clean up around the area, so to speak. Okay, I think this should just about do it. Now we got to put the logos back on before somebody tells me this thing is way too generic looking. I'm actually going to attempt to do the pockets. Those little logos below the pockets as well. I'm going to put this right here. Because that's about where it should go. Erase the hands. I don't know how I got those in the first place. They're no longer necessary. And I'm also going to cut out the gray part right here. If we can get it. If not, that's fine. I'll just keep it. Starting to wonder how much of it I'll be able to actually get. And forget it. And then finally, we're going to copy it over. The other leg over here. And then up here, I'm going to put those little mini logos on the sides there. Kind of downward from the pocket areas, though, obviously. Actually, you know what? I have an idea. No, not that. What we're going to actually do, I'm going to move the pocket layer up here a little bit. Which means I've got to erase around a little of the body. Which is fine. Don't mind doing that. Anyway, to do this, yeah, this is going to be a much easier way to get this done. Even though I think I had the pockets in the right place originally, but I wanted to have these logos too. What I'll do So I'll figure out this little white layer here, and we'll put 17 above it so you can see the tire here. In fact, let's go one further. Move it downward just a bit. I think I might be able to get away with moving the pockets down a little too to cover. And then let's see, while we're here, get rid of this little thing right here, as those ain't there in real life. That's all about getting spot on gear around these parts. Ba-na-ba-ba-ba-na. Now listen, this ain't no make-believe. Yay! I think we finally got what we needed done. Now let's see how it looks. First, I want to see if I can maybe get rid of the... Yeah, that worked. I wanted to get rid of the background layer there. Again, works. Cool. Coolios. I don't want that little outline layer there, though. Let's get rid of that. Make it look good for the cam. And that should do it. That should definitely do it for us making John Morrison's textures. Sorry that took so long. I had no idea when I originally started this how long it was going to take, but I think we've got it. Now let's move back to the factory. The Wrestlefactory. And we're going to finish this off by re-importing everything. Thankfully, it's all one texture, though. Bada bingo. Let's see how we did. Hey, it works on one side. Okay, so we got just an inch worth of fixing to do. I'm going to go ahead and copy paste this on the other side too. Let me see if I can get all... Yep, now I can. Okay, so we're going to edit that again. Yeah, I will show this because it's going to be an important part of finishing things up. So let's head back over to Photoshop. Now, we're back in Photoshop. Okay, let's clean up just a little bit more on the edge here, right here. Get rid of that. Make it as good as we can. Now this is based on his SBR 08 year, but it's kind of my interpretation of it. So let me know what y'all think, and let me know if y'all think I should do more of these. And then let's go over here. Clean up a little over here. And I think we've got it. Checkmate. Never save over your template, obviously. Anyway. For the last, hopefully the last time, I'm going back. Let's meet back in the Wrestlefactory, everybody. And we're back there. Let's see how we did this time. And we got it. Everything we need. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is John Morrison. Let's name him. Okay, so we've got that done. And now we go here to File, make sure we hit Save As for the first time. I'll upload them later once the moveset's finished. Sorry about that. And I can always upload the save, but I don't know how you would get it to your own game, because there's no load feature right now. Anyway, Guys, that's going to do it for the Wrestlefactory part of this. We'll be back in just a few minutes with the actual gameplay. And what is going on, everybody? We are back, and we're playing Chikara's Action Arcade Wrestling. I want to show you guys the exhibition matches today. We're going to do this on easy and select participants. Assign a wrestler. Okay, all. Why do we have two Dasher? Oh, we have different attires for Hatfield. Okay. I'm going to show y'all. Where's Morrison? Wait, can I not use my car? Or do I have to load them in? Yeah, I think you have to actually load them into the game or something. Okay, so I've made my creation. Let's grab some people from creations here and just have a little match. Oh, that's a nice Asuka. It looks like they actually did the Asuka from... Ooh, that's a nice try, Daniel Bryan. Perfect Adam Cole. I'm going to download that. How do I download that? Do I press start? Okay, let's try Jushin Thunder here. How do you actually download it? Oh! You have to hit... Okay, I get it now. So let's pick one more that we want. I wanted that Adam Cole, baby. Ultimate Warrior, AJ Styles. These guys have perfect cause. Pac-Man, nice. A number 2 pencil. That would definitely fit in this promotion. Space Ghost, Coast to Coast. Honda, Big Boo, Mini-Me. Steamboat with the headdress. You know, let's grab Omega. I think I actually have to upload the guy into the game, my guy into the game. All right, we're gonna play this match right now just to see how this game plays. Ooh, you can actually have. Okay. Nice that it actually has the Chikara championships in here. Okay, so Chikara, and then you go to all. I can't even find my down... Oh, it's like Fire Pro, where you actually have to assign them. Oh. Okay, how do I actually name the thing? Manage federations. Manage wrestlers. Manage my downloads. Okay, why isn't Omega on here, I wonder? Oh, well, we'll just use people in game for right now, and I'll figure out how to get Morrison on here a bit later. So we will do Mr. Touchdown. I like that idea. Against... Oh, there's Liger. Okay, we can use Liger. Alright, cool. As you see a load screen there. Okay, so there's no entrances in this game. They just go straight to the match, which means I don't have to worry about entrances, music, or any of that. Let's figure out what to do. Okay, so if you're playing on a controller, which I suggest you should, specifically the Xbox 360 controller, A is grapple, X is strike. B is strike as well, so B apparently is a strong strike. Let's see. Yeah, B is a strong strike. X is a regular strike. And when he's down, grapple pins him. I actually like this game. How do you taunt? And we had fisticuffs. I like how you can just drag them. And you actually do get spots. There's the pin.
A new power-up has appeared. 2, resilience. And no.
Resilience for touchdown. Destroying this Jushin Liger Claw here. Alright, how do I go up? How do I do it? Spot called. Oh, left, not right. Okay. I want to know what happens if you do one of these spots. There it is. Spot succeeded. Do a quick grapple move with left.
A new power-up is up for grabs. 2, strike buff. No, a kick out.
Oh, yeah, I like how they have commentary too. That's something Fire Pro doesn't have. Okay, so how does he do his finishing move, I wonder? Does it tell you that? No. Okay. I bet you the game will probably tell you how to do it. Okay, so you get points for each spot.
A new power-up. 1, offense. 2, and no.
Holding A will actually get you a more powerful move, apparently. Kind of sounds like WWE controls, if you ask me, but... Oh, nice Stun Dog Millionaire. Now, how in the world do I do my finisher?
A new power-up is available. Grapple buff.
I like how you can grab the power-up, so this really is arcadey. This kind of reminds me, actually, what a new version of Action Arcade Wrestling would be like if it were licensed.
1,
2, 3. Alright, so Mr. Touchdown gets the win here. I don't actually know how to do a finisher yet, so I'm going to have to look at that. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for Action Arcade Wrestling. I will see you guys again soon, and remember, if you like what you saw in the video, remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys again soon. Adios, everyone.